A bizarre twist to the Edward Mantill case, the story goes deeper. Items found in a 2010 case raises many questions. A would-be time traveler arrested on April 1, 2010 at the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland who made the bizarre claim that he was from the future. Everyone that knew about this story appeared on the surface to have fallen for an April's Fool joke. This was not the case for a few who dug deeper. A Euro-based editor suspected that the so-called April Fool's timing was a cover, a clever ruse, indeed, a red herring planted by CERN authorities stung by the recent bad press about the LHC creating incipient black holes that could destroy the planet to cloak a much bigger and more terrifying story. The same year CERN authorities were upset when the Japanese physicist Masao Ninomiya and Danish string theory pioneer Holger Beck-Nielsen put forward the hypothesis that the Higgs boson was so abhorrent that it somehow caused a ripple in time that prevented its own discovery. What we found out about said time traveler. His name was Aloy Cole. The strangely dressed young man wearing a fluorescent bow tie told authorities that he had traveled back in time to prevent the LHC from destroying the world. Mr. Cole was seized by Swiss police after CERN security guards spotted him rooting around in bins. Authorities reported that he would not reveal his country of origin. "Countries do not exist where I am from." He explained that he was looking for fuel for his time machine power unit, a device that resembled a kitchen blender. The LHC successfully collided particles at record force earlier that week, a milestone Mr. Cole admitted he was attempting to disrupt by stopping supplies of Mountain Dew to the experiment's vending machines, a beverage many of CERN's more brilliant physicists believe helps fuel their brain power and insights into the quantum world. Under intensive interrogation, Cole told CERN investigators that all my life I've had this strange feeling that there's something big and sinister going on in the world, and eventually admitted that his real name was not Aloy Cole, but rather, Arthur Dent. His identity was subsequently confirmed by British physicist and rock star, Brian Cox, employed at CERN, who recognized the above quote as a seminal ID marker from the 1970s bestseller, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Mr. Cole/Dent was taken to a secure mental health facility in Geneva, but later disappeared from his cell. Police are baffled, we learned, but not that bothered. We suspect they should be. Here's why. Dent, aka Cole, was observed, MacLeod learned from an elderly custodian, to have been assisted in his escape from the CERN detention center by a tall distracted visitor, an out-of-work actor claiming to be Dent's friend who signed the Daily Register with the initials FP. The physicist Cox told authorities that the initials might belong to a truth-is-stranger-than-fiction character named Ford Prefect. This friend, who told a receptionist that he was delivering a towel to Dent/Cole prior to their rushed escape, left behind, we learned, a severely dog-eared copy of a popular biography, The Second Coming of Steve Jobs, and a suitcase, which we have more on this in a few. We are unsure at the moment of how this might relate to unfolding events. Until now, the delivery of the towel confirms in our opinion the re-emergence on planet Earth of Arthur Dent and Ford Prefect. The towels we know from our readings of the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy give the pair extraordinary powers. A towel, it says, is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have. Partly it has great practical value. You can wrap it around you for warmth as you bound across the cold moons of Jaglin Beta, you can lie on it on the brilliant marble-sanded beaches of Santrogonus V, inhaling the heady sea vapors. You can sleep under it beneath the stars which shine so redly on the desert world of Kakraphon, use it to sail a mini-raft down the slow heavy river Moth, wet it for use in hand-to-hand combat, wrap it round your head to ward off noxious fumes or avoid the gaze of the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Troll. Such a mind-bogglingly stupid animal, it assumes that if you can't see it, it can't see you. You can wave your towel in emergencies as a distress signal, and of course dry yourself off with it if it still seems to be clean enough. Why was Mountain Dew so important? Mountain Dew formula was invented in Lumberton, North Carolina by a man named William H. Jones. This William H. Jones, we have learned, was born and raised in Dulce, New Mexico, the alleged site of Dulce Base, the name for an alleged secret underground facility under the Archuleta Mesa. The base is claimed to be a multi-level genetics lab in which both humans and extraterrestrial beings cooperatively conduct experiments. These odd series of events have led us to conclude that the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by deceased, perhaps, Douglas Adams may have been not about Earth, but was actually a vivid message to us about the fate of Earth's twin in our adjacent parallel universe or brain, a theory reinforced by recent advances in cosmology proposed by physicists such as Neil Turok and Lee Smolin. Now a severely dog-eared copy of a popular biography, The Second Coming of Steve Jobs in a Suitcase. We contacted the custodian of the mental hospital. He asked us not to disclose his name, and we asked for an interview after viewing our channel. He contacted me again, told me about the second coming of Steve Jobs and the suitcase. He informed me that our would-be time traveler had written Edward Mantill Remember Alice and the Looking Glass LC in the front cover, as well as numbers and dates on many of the pages. As for the suitcase, he claimed there was old soap, like the kind you find at hotels, each with different dates on them, a small what he thought was a computer or computer part of some kind, notebooks, a video camera, a voice recorder with a number of tapes, as well as many other items. I was ready to dismiss his claim, until he offered to send the items to me. We should have them in just a few weeks. I do feel our story has just took a very strange twist. Stay tuned, there are many great things on the way. Stay paranoid, my friends.